So, if you're here watching this, first of all, thank you. Thank you for coming back to my channel and to watch my videos. I hope you found something interesting and that's why you're here. So instead of going on to step 3, I thought maybe I should talk about something that often people, perhaps the lines get blurred sometimes. Whether it's my videos you watch, or there are a lot of very good content creators who give very sensible advice, and if you enjoy watching their videos, there is one small thing, at least as far as my videos are concerned, or my take on life is concerned, or my perspective is concerned, or my point of view, is it is not for everybody. Okay, so let us say let's take for example, now it's a pretty limited way of putting this, but let's go ahead with it. So let's take, if you are a person who has taken a lot of right decisions in life, okay, who had a reasonably okay childhood, okay, and you had reasonably okay parents, you took majorly right decisions. I'm sure you did make mistakes, everyone does, but it was not something that changed your life, or things didn't happen that completely altered the course of your life, like something like that didn't happen, touch wood, by the grace of the divine or whatever you may call it. And you took decisions that played out well. Perhaps again, by luck, by chance, you were born in a way where things played out well. You got dealt the right cards, or maybe you did not get dealt the right cards, but you made the right decisions, you took the right risks, maybe you met the right people, or you did whatever it took, for whatever reason. Right now you are at a place where perhaps you are reasonably doing okay, and by reasonably okay I mean your finances are okay, personally you are where you want to be, whether you are married, whether you are unmarried, whether you have children, whether you don't have children, whether you are wherever you are with whoever, or single or whatever, it is something you're okay with. You're not unhappy, you're not miserable. Sure, things could be better, maybe you want something else, maybe there are minor issues, your health is reasonably okay, you're not facing any major challenges, you don't have major health issues, or nobody close to you or you love has major health issues. You have an okay job, maybe not a high-flying job, maybe not a job that you really like, but you're okay there. And my point here is, let us say, about 80 to 90%. I will even go ahead and say about 95% of your life is ordinary, predictable, and yet comfortable. Okay, you have reasonable amounts of savings, you have a roof on your head, you have good food. I'm not saying just barely. You have a decent place to live, decent food to eat, and I'm not saying a 7-course menu, but yeah, decent food to eat. You can go out when you want to. You have decent clothes. So if you do, then I would urge you not to fall into this trap of letting go of all of that is safe and comfortable and all, and then let go of everything to leap into something where you don't know anything. So, and why is that? Because I feel there is a big narrative here that often gets played out, is that, you know, if for example, and this is just an example, if you're married, you have a husband and you are there, and or you are a man and you have a wife and you have kids and you're settled, and then you want to have more in life. Now that more can mean a million things to a million people. For some more, it could be going on visiting a new country for vacation. For some it could be a new hobby. For some it could be just picking up, like, you know, a new city to live in. So if those things that desire for something new or something different mean different things for different people, it always does not mean completely an overhaul of your life, especially if you have conventionally a set life. And trust me, a lot of people may come and tell you, no, you need to do this, no, you need to do that. No. If you are reasonably healthy, you don't have major issues, you take just vitamin pills, and you do not need to take medication for anything. Okay, apart from an occasional fever, or perhaps even let us say you have some lifestyle related issue, maybe a bit of cholesterol or something that can be really managed long term with some minimal medication. You do not want to underestimate the power of that. So if you're someone like that, then I am happy for you. I would love for you to do better, find more creative ways to perhaps showcase your talent. Maybe you're good at certain things, maybe perhaps you should do that. Perhaps you should start a YouTube channel talking about what kind of right decisions you've made and how you got there, and so that it can be a learning experience for everybody else. Now, having said that, the type of videos that I'm trying to do, or the kind of content I'm trying to put out, or other content creators are trying to put when it comes to self-improvement and self-exploration and self-awareness. Now, self-awareness is a great thing, trust me. It's coming from someone who's not had it for a long time. So that's a great thing to have. But I'm talking about this constant desire to self-improve. Now that, my friends, is for someone, or people like me. And what I mean by that is people who have messed up big time. Okay? People who have taken decisions for whatever reason that have landed them in situations, in relationships, where they are not where they want to be. It could be financial, it could be personal, it could be health-wise, whichever arena of life you choose, because this is the trifecta, right? We want to be healthy, we want to be happy, we want to be wealthy, at least reasonably. So, considering all, if you feel miserable in 2 out of the 3, trust me, it's somewhere, you know, if you're just okay one, and if you get 2 right out of the 3, okay, not bad at all, and you can move on. But if you're miserable in 2, or you're miserable in all 3 due to whatever reason, maybe life just started out crap for you. Maybe you were born to parents, maybe you were born on the other side of the railway tracks, maybe you were born in abject poverty. And to borrow from someone, this is something that I read on someone else's post, I think on LinkedIn. To live in poverty is to live near wickedness. So if you're poor, you don't have access to a lot of amenities, even basic necessities of life, and you're surrounded by crime, because poverty often is in situations where crime is high. So you're surrounded by crime, you're surrounded by poverty, and that led you to take decisions. Perhaps you have addictions, perhaps you are in a financial mess, perhaps your relationships are a mess, perhaps your health is a mess, or perhaps your entire life is kind of, you've lived it in a way that you've made a huge mess of it all. Now these videos are for you. And this is not to say, so the main point, what I'm trying to say here is, you don't have to do anything. You do not have to work on yourself. You don't have to improve yourself. You should not have to lose weight. You should not get married. Now these should and have, these words start and end, in my experience, in a way it doesn't work out. You cannot force, forget about other people. We cannot force ourselves. The subconscious is so powerful. If your subconscious, your inner being, what really drives you, what are your real issues underneath, you do not kind of bring them into your awareness. You cannot, they say you do shadow work, and you like what Jung said, you don't make the subconscious conscious, like you're not aware of it, what drives you, why you do what you do. Then, my friends, then no matter what you want to do, it's not going to happen. Because whoever we are within is what drives us. Not today, not yesterday, but forever. So the more inner work you do, the more outer world just shines, and it's resolved and it's easy. And the more tumultuous and chaotic your inner world is, there is almost everything that will manifest itself outside is going to be a huge mess. And often you will realize that why did I do that? Like, why? And that is when you know. So, but through it all, I just want you to know this. Being self-aware and working on yourself and trying to be better is not for other people. And if you're trying to do this for someone else, it could be anybody, it could be a child. You know, they say for a parent, the love of a child is kind of unconditional, and it's perhaps kind of the purest form of love, or for your sibling, or you want to make your parents proud, or for your spouse, or most of this may, I'm not saying does all the time, may stem from a desire to seek approval, to seek validation, to seek love, to seek whatever. That generally doesn't pan out, because if someone loves you, someone validates you, someone approves of you, when you make mistakes, they may come across and call you out on it, but they don't give up on you. They don't say, if you don't lose the weight, well, I don't love you anymore. They may say, you should not let yourself go. This is not how you should look. You have to take care of yourself, and that's different. Or when love and approval and safety is conditional, then no matter what you do, it's not going to work out. And the same goes with ourselves. If we sign a contract that I am going to be proud and happy and everything when I am a greater version of myself and I've done this and achieved that, that doesn't work out. So if you are on this journey where you want to change, where you have messed up, like I said, just like I've done, and perhaps another video I should talk about my messes. So if you've messed up, if you've made significant blunders in life, and right now you are at a place where you're wondering where all it went wrong, how come I am here, then I do believe that you should slowly think about becoming self-aware. Just look at your thoughts and your actions with self-compassion. That's first. Instead of turning on yourself, as we've always done, try and look at yourself as someone who's made mistakes, but who also deserves a second chance, an opportunity, which you do, which we all do. So that's it for today. So if you're reasonably happy, you're reasonably doing well, and you reasonably have decent success in your life, then I'm happy for you. And I do pray that you'll be blessed with more. But if you're someone who has messed up big time and who is trying to kind of find out why, and also, find their way back up to whatever it is, then I really hope that you find my videos helpful. And if you do, that's great. And thank you very much for being here, for listening to me, and I really hope that you have a great day ahead and have a blessed life ahead, wherever you are, whoever you are.